Hey all! Amanda here for your next sneak peek prediction video for episode 2 of the qualifiers for season 13 of American Ninja Warrior. Thankfully, we have less to get through this time as we had most questions answered episode 1. There are no new obstacles this round, though the course has changed slightly, but I have a feeling we're going to see just as many ninjas run, whether they show us on air or not. So to avoid wasting time, let's get right into the breakdown of what we may expect to see episode 2. Qualifiers are always 6 obstacle courses, and Monday night's lineup should be as follows. As always, we start with the shrinking steps, where athletes run up 5 steps, angled upwards, that decrease in size as the gaps between each step gets larger. Competitors then jump out to reach a rope that they must use to swing to the landing platform. Back from season 12 is the return of Wait For It. This obstacle consists of 2 sets of pulley systems, with a total of 4 bars. Competitors must grab the initial bar, which when pulled down, raises the opposite bar it was attached to, upwards. Ninjas must swing forward to grab the opposite bar that would then drop once the athlete let go of the initial bar. Then, they must transfer to the next set and repeat the same action, then dismount to the landing. Back as the 3rd obstacle this season, we have the split decision, where ninjas are faced with the choice of 2 different balance obstacles. Look for split decision to change in the semifinals. The decision for episode 2 is between burn rubber or the broken bridge. Previously known as tire run, burn rubber featured 3 tires, all of which spun, angled diagonally to the right of each other, with 6-foot gaps separating them. The broken bridge has been modified several times over the years, with the last version consisting of 7 suspended boards, shaped like rouleau triangles, hung in an inverted curve to keep ninjas off balance. Either will be tough, and I guarantee it will take out competitors all night. The rest of the course should be the same as last week. Athletes take on tipping point, where competitors jump up a vertical board that they must rotate horizontally until they can reach across and transfer to the second board, tilted to the bottom left. Once a ninja makes a transfer, they then must climb to the top right of the board, where it will then tilt and slide down the roller it is balanced on, where they must hold on until it stops and athletes can make the jump to the landing. Then, it's back to V formation. Ninjas jump up to grab a triangular-shaped handle and jump up 4 times. As they jump, athletes must use the handle they are holding to push open hinges that slam back down once the handle has passed through. Once they reach the top, they use their hands to transfer across the short shelf, which leads them to the back half of the obstacle. This is where competitors must jump down and across, grabbing 4 upside-down V-shaped handles that rotate, where athletes must keep their balance even. The 1st and 3rd handles are to the right of the ninja, and the 2nd and 4th are to their left. Ninjas can jump from the 1st to the 3rd handle, skipping the 2nd, but they must dismount from the last handle to avoid disqualification. And of course, we end where ninjas are faced with the decision to scale the 14.5 warped wall or try once to climb the 18-foot mega wall for a chance to win $10,000. If a ninja fails their only attempt up the mega wall, they still get 2 attempts to make it up the warped wall. I remember being so intrigued with the idea of teens hitting buzzers, it didn't even occur to me until about 3 hours to showtime that these youngsters would definitely be trying for the mega wall. Once that dawned on me, I got really excited about the prospects, but ended up being really disappointed that not more attempts were made. And not just on the youngsters' part. Maybe that will change episode 2. As for the competitors, at the time of recording, I've heard the names of 38 athletes competing Monday night. We will have a lot of new blood, not just with the teens, but with the rookies too. Some of our most beloved ninjas had historical breakout seasons their rookie year, like Kevin Bull and Kitawati, or like those dedicated enough to never give up on their goals, like the king of the walk-ons Dave Cavanaugh, or the dream chaser Tyler Gillette. And of course, we'll be seeing some of the big names that keep us coming back each year. Unfortunately, I was not able to get a lot of information on all of these ninjas, so if any of these competitors have had previous experience with the show, I am unaware, and I apologize in advance. Some of the names we can look forward to seeing episode 2 are Shanique Lovett, who returns for her 4th season. She has a lot of talent, but seems to come up just a little short each year. She has a tendency to make it far enough fast enough to advance amongst the women's board, but her runs always seem to be brief to me, and although I recognize her every year, I still don't have a good feel for what kind of ninja she is. Hopefully, we see a full run from her tonight, but I would not be surprised if her run gets digested. Julius Ferguson competed in 3 prior seasons where a lot of his runs got cut, and unfortunately, last year, Julius was invited back by then business partner and friend Drew Dreshel. Needless to say, little was discussed on him, and his runs were digested. Just knowing that Drew thought enough of Julius, and that he thought he had the talent to be invited, I am very excited to see a full run from him. I would not be surprised if he ripped up the course. Brittany Durant was invited to take part in Season 12 by the Godfather David Campbell, so although I do not remember her run or results, I did recognize the name. If David thought she deserved a shot, I'm very interested to see what she has. Alex Weber is a professional speaker, host, and comedian who served as the host of NBC's Crashing the Course, an American Ninja Warrior digital exclusive that covered behind-the-scenes footage of the course. Its run coincided with Season 8. He would conduct interviews with ninjas, course testers, and even tried a few obstacles himself. Perhaps he may have even picked up a few tricks along the way. He made his official debut in Season 11. I'm not sure how far he will go, but he clearly loves the show, and I know I'll be cheering for him to advance. I bet he has fun regardless. Lucas Reale may only be returning for his 4th season, but last year, he took 3rd position for fastest time of the night when he became one of the final 8 and took part in the Power Tower Showdown. He debuted at 19, Season 10, and has been impressing us more every year since. Look for great things from him tonight. Sweet Tea Tiana Weberly returns as one of the few females to make it to the Final 4 in this year's first ever women's competition of American Ninja Warrior. She held her own against great Jessie Lebrec, so you know she has what it takes to advance. Season 12 was the first time in her then 6-year ninja career she hit a buzzer. Let's see her repeat it tonight. Sandy Zimmerman returns for her 5th year, and I don't know why, but I always underestimate her, and I'm always pleasantly surprised every time she kills the course. She missed Season 10 due to an injury, where her husband stepped up to compete, and their children have taken part in American Ninja Warrior Jr. Look for them to compete in the family episode later this season, and look for her to advance tonight, heading to the semifinals. I know she can do it. It's hard to believe, but this will be Lance Picas' 10th season on American Ninja Warrior. If you've been watching long enough, you can get to care about the person behind the athlete, and the Ninja Cowboy's love for his wife Heather, who has been struggling with MS, makes it easy to cheer for him. Lance now works as an advocate for the National MS Society, and I predict he hits a buzzer tonight. And my pick for Run of the Night, the weatherman, Joe Morawski, returns for his 9th season, and I would be stunned if he did not hit a buzzer to advance. From what I've seen from the teens last week, Joe may not have the fastest time of the night, but I actually hope he tries for the Mega Wall. Then again, after what I saw last week, I'm just praying he advances. Could Season 13 be unlucky for our vets? Others appearing tonight include John Kodachi, though I couldn't find much info on him. He looks like an attorney, nicknamed the Legal Ninja, and this may be his debut. At 55 years of age, my guess is he promotes being fit over 50. We'll see. Cody Johnson first appeared in the military episode, Season 7, and returned again Season 10. Look for a strong performance from him. I was unable to find a lot on Chris Crary, even though he was on 3 previous seasons of the show. At least 2 of those runs were cut in full. Hopefully, we'll see him tonight. Josiah Pipple is a team competitor who took part in American Ninja Warrior Jr. Season 2. He made it to the quarterfinals of his age bracket, and a sneak peek of his run was offered. I did not watch, but I will assume he advances. Whether he hits a buzzer or not has yet to be seen. Well, by me at least. Ruben Arlano returns for his 3rd season, where he squeaked through to the semifinals twice, but always misses out on the Nationals. Most of his runs get cut too. Not really sure how to make a prediction on someone I've barely seen. Derek Miyamoto is such an old school ninja, he participated in Season 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Suzuki Vietnam, Suzuki being the Japanese competition this show is based on. Derek made his debut on the American version in Season 9, where a hard landing on flywheels busted open his eyebrow, leaving him bloodied. his season 10 and 11 runs were digested. I really hope we get to see his run in full. I have a good feeling about this ninja. Sophia Lavalley is a 16-year-old that ran in Season 1 of American Ninja Warrior Jr., where she advanced to the semifinals in her age bracket, and she took 4th place overall in Season 2. I remember seeing clips of her run during the promos for this show. I would not be surprised to see her on the top of the women's board. Kaden Lebsack took part in American Ninja Warrior Jr. Season 2 and came in 2nd place overall, taking home $7,500. Look for an exciting run from this young man. Milton Kunku took part in Season 10, where his run was cut, and Season 11, where he was one of 26 competitors that went out trying to get up the shrinking steps. Just another reminder that in this show, anything can happen. I'm morbidly looking forward to see what happens with his run this year. Some other athletes I heard would be running episode 2, whom I had limited information on, are Rachel Garland, Riley Johnston, Jose Gomez, David True Young, Brian Montanese, Dan Champagne, Rachel Luba, Emmanuel Wells Jr., John Bundy, Kevin Breeke, Anthony Porter, True Becker, Olivia Colasuno, Sarah Chang, David Payne, Victor Chan, Xavier Dantzler, Stevie Hall, Kita Kashiwagi, and Vincent Payne. Again, I have no idea how many runs we will see Monday night, nor could I even guess how many ninjas will actually run that we do not hear about. But I will do my best, as always, to get you all the results and break them down here in the next recap video. If you recognize any of these names or ninjas, please feel free to share what you know with all of us here, and even if you don't, I encourage you all to leave a comment on what you think of the show format so far, how you think the season will play out, and most importantly, who you will be cheering for to take it all this year as our Season 13 winner of American Ninja Warrior. I think this is going to be another great episode with lots of action and a ton of surprises. Not necessarily all good ones, but nevertheless, you won't want to miss a second, so check out American Ninja Warrior every Monday night on NBC. Check local listings for times. And until next time, enjoy the show!